Demon Fang! Dragon Swarm! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Slash! Here I come! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Be still! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! This isn't looking good! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! You're mine! This one's all mine! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade! Be still! Mirage! Here I come! Eat dirt! Try harder! Not a chance! Strike! Not a chance! You picked the wrong fight! Try harder! My turn! You're mine! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Here I come! Dragon Swarm! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Be still! Be still! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Be still! Mirage! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! Be still! Mirage! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Lightning Thrust! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Lightning Thrust! Stardust! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! Mirage! Take this! Slash! Be still! Mirage! You're mine! My turn! Dragon Swarm! Is this it? Here I come! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Eat dirt! Double Demon Fang! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind! Tear! Here I come! Swallow Blade! Be still! Mirage! Sonic Thrust! Dragon Swarm! Pierce through! You're mine! Here I come! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Time to let it rip! Dragon Swarm! Dazzle! Hurricane Thrust! Wind! Stardust! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Slash! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Lightning Thrust! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! I'm not done! It's over! It's on! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! Dazzle! Mirage! Double Demon Fang! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Dazzle! Mirage! Not a chance! I'm not done! Swallow Blade! Dazzle! Mirage! You're muppet! Slash! Try harder! Not a chance! My turn! Wind! Stardust! Here I come! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! It's on! Stardust! Eat dirt! Mirage! Ha! Strike! Double Demon Fang! You're finished! Hut! 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 Slash! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Ha! Hut! 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 Ha! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade! Hut! Double Demon Fang! Hut! 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 Double Demon Fang! Hut! Swallow Blade! Ah!
Alphen?
Finwell!
What happened just now? Normally you'd be able to take that thing with your eyes closed.
Thank goodness you're alive. Are you all right?
Yeah.
I'm just glad we found you in one piece. You were the only one still missing. There's a village back the way we came from, Thistleim. Kisara and La are already there.
Finwell, where are we?
Ganeth Haros, Volron's realm. Remember?
Ushered by the waves straight to the enemy stronghold. A rare stroke of luck, it would seem.
Luck?
If Volron's here, that means Shion's close too, right?
Shion? Oh. Right. Of course.
Are you sure you're feeling okay? You seem a little off.
He's probably just exhausted. Let's save the catching up for when we're back at the village.
We won.
They smite with
Dragon Swarm! It's on! Slash!
More where that came from!
You picked the
Is
wrong
it hot?
fight!
Just back it out of him!
Take this! Dragon Swarm!
Negative gate!
Lightning Thrust!
Can't get out of this!
Mirage!
Reflecting
Dragon
light.
Swarm!
Now!
Doubly! In an instant! Impact Block! Not a chance!
Reflect on thy sin.
Mirage!
They
In here!
smite with black
Here I
blade.
come!
More for the stockpile! Ha!
Severing Wind!
More where that came from!
Mirage!
Bullseye! Lightning condemned!
Here I come!
Rending you a bloody howling.
Slash! Be still! Mirage! Ha!
Go
Strike! Ha!
Curse malevolence! Blah, blah,
They
blah,
smite
blah,
with
blah.
black and blade.
Dragon Swarm!
Hit!
Dragon Swarm!
Ha!
Swallow
Lightning
Blade!
condemned!
Lightning Thrust!
Thunderbolt!
Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Doubly! In an instant! Impact Block!
Let's refrain from losing.
Whew. Speaking of Thistleim, it's populated by Danans, but they're not under the rule of any lord. Pretty refreshing, huh? The whole town was built by Danan defectors, escapees from elsewhere. This area's teeming with stray Zeugles, though, so heaven only knows how they managed to set up a community here. The ordeal seems to have left them understandably on edge. Kisara and La are back there right now, trying to convince them of our good intentions. Say, Alphen, it looks like you got your face back then.
Yeah. And your sense of pain, too, it would seem. Any connection?
Really? Oh, but that means...
Probably.
I wonder if Alphen's going to be okay.
For now, I believe we should hold off on speculation and simply keep an eye on him.
Right. Looks like we've spotted one of Poodle's friends. Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Alphen! Boy, am I glad to see you safe.
Well, did you manage to convince them we're not in league with any lord?
Yeah, eventually.
When the ship sank, I thought we were done for. Guess the world just couldn't keep us apart.
Yeah, and now we can finally go rescue Xion.
There's something I need to tell you guys first. I got my memory back.
So, what did you remember? Are you able to tell us now?
Give the man some space, Law.
I remember being up on Lenegus.
Go on.
I was abducted from Dana. I was told if I ever wanted to return home, I'd have to cooperate. So that's what I did. Next thing I knew, they had made me into the Sovereign.
You mean to say you won the crown contest? As a Danon?
No. They kept me locked in a strange facility. They experimented on me, like I was nothing more than an animal. There were others, but only I survived. Of course, I wasn't really a king. The reality was that they treated me worse even than the lowest slave. The only reason I survived was because my body was able to withstand the Sovereign's power that they placed inside me.
The crest that appeared behind you on Almadria's ship must have undoubtedly been that of the Sovereign. It all makes sense now. Your affinity with the Blazing Sword, and the strange powers you possess, they were all because you were the Sovereign.
Okay, but why would the Renans go out of their way to give you all that power? Just what exactly does being the Sovereign entail?
They said it was for something called the Spirit Channeling Ceremony. They taught me how to harness my power for when the big day came. As for what the ceremony was actually for, unfortunately, I never found out.
So if what you're saying about being on Lenegis is true, then maybe you really did meet Xion. After all, you said you recognized her from somewhere, right?
But Xion said she'd never seen him before. How do you explain that?
I was wrong. It wasn't Xion I knew from Lenegis. It was Naori. She was a Renin maiden they paired me with during the spirit channeling ceremony. She's the woman I kept seeing in my dreams.
A maiden? What?
Wait, so this Naori figure just happens to be the double of Xion? Bit coincidental, isn't it?
Naori's family name was Imeris.
Imeris? As in Xion Imeris?
So they're distant relatives or something? Wait, or are they sisters?
Your guess is as good as mine. All I know is it was Naori. She's the one who put the mask on me.
The mask? But why?
To keep my soul from devouring itself over the guilt. After what I did on Lenegis. Over the lives I took.
Lives? You mean you staged a rebellion?
Perhaps it was a part of this spirit channeling ceremony?
I don't know. Whatever it was that the spirit channeling ceremony was supposed to achieve, it didn't turn out as planned. I lost consciousness halfway through. By the time I came to, Lenegis was a sea of flames. I opened my eyes to see Naori there, weeping. I shudder to think of how many deaths I caused that day. Certainly more than any of these lords can claim, I'm sure.
You really expect us to believe this? First the Sovereign, then Lenegis? You couldn't possibly have done all that.
I wonder. In ancient scripture, there is tell of a terrible calamity that befell Lenegis, nearly destroying it. The restoration took years, and required the work of countless laborers.
By ancient, you mean...
It predates the crown contest, to a time before even the first Renin invasion of Dana. More than 300 years ago.
300? But that'd make Alphen...
That's right. I'm pretty much an antique of a human being. Deep down, maybe I already knew.
Alphen...
Some hero, huh? Cooperating with the same villains who snatched me from my home, committing mass slaughter, only for it to slip my mind. Then, when I finally remember, turns out I'm so old I've got scripture written about me. So much for standing up to injustice. I've probably got more blood on my hands than all the lords combined!
Alphen, stop! Honestly, I'm not going to pretend to understand what all this means. But what I do know is that right now, you're just reacting to the shock.
Kisara.
Listen, what you really need is time. Time to process things and get your head straight. Truth be told, I think that probably goes for all of us.
What about Shion? We can't just...
I'm worried about Shion too, Law. But it's clear that Alphen's in no fit state to fight. This is Volron, remember? Even at full capacity, it's practically a suicide mission. We stay put in the village till we're ready. Okay, everyone? Take some time to think things through, okay? But remember, we're all here for you if you need us. No matter how dark things might seem, you're not alone, Alphen.
Thank you.
It's fine. All right, everyone. Let's break for now.
Do I even have the right to fight? Do I have the right to go to Shion's rescue? What do the others think?
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Danon, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Danon for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Xion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Xion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Xion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going. What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Xion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis, anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh?
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shion or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man, snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shion.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shion?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shion's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shion or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shion. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people! If we... Don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much,
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zeugle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then. Now I'm in trouble. Blood.
Swallow blade! Lightning thrust!
Far enough! Bloody howling!
You're up!
Now you see what I can do!
Dragon swarm! Negative gate! Dragon swarm!
You apart! Eat this!
Wind! Calendar!
Bloody howling!
Fairy down! You're mine! Dragon swarm! Dazzle! I'm ready! In an instant! Impact block! My turn! Eat this! I owe you one! Dragon swarm! No further! Swallow blade! I'm just slash dart! Double demon fang! Here I come! Slash! You picked the wrong fight!
See what happened there is
that's my cue.
Shouldn't have done that.
Shut him down!
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'm on it! I'll smash you!
Here goes!
Whirlwind snap! Super swallow dance!
Lightning attack!
Megasonic thrust!
Leave the charges to me! Eagle ray! Eat this! Begin! Tempest! I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning tiger blade! Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration!
Thrust!
Regenerate! Swallow dance! I'm on a roll!
Allow me to help you.
Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. Let's stop by the inn and plan our next move from there. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going. Thistleum was founded by Danan's fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon. Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Xion?
Of course not! Xion's our friend! Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renin. But ever since getting to know Xion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
I must admit, I'm rather proud of this dish.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle? I think there's someone in trouble here.
Well, let's see what they have to say.
You're saying we should check the owl forest? You said... Sense one of your pals, Hoodle?
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
This one's all mine. Dragon Force! Win!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover,
No
okay?
escape! Stardust!
Freeze, Lance!
You picked the wrong fight! Mirage! Take this! Dragon Swarm! Severing Wind! Heal!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm!
Confiscate!
Rending you apart.
Do it! Double me! In an instant! Impact Claw! My turn!
Dance
Mirage! Dragon
Now you
Swarm!
see what I can do.
I'll be saving
You
this
shouldn't have
one!
messed with me.
Dazzle!
Now!
We managed to pull through.
Feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hoodle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
This one's all mine! Eat dirt! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm!
Simian pest.
Swallow Blade!
I shall feel you where you stand.
Move it! Strike! Severing Wind! Take this! Mirage!
Resonate with the
It's
earth.
over!
Sleep now.
Go away!
Now I'm real mad.
Slash! Dragon Swarm!
Leave me smelling to me. Yeah, and bubble
Try
to me.
harder! Not here!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon
Dragon
Harvest!
Swarm! Try harder! Take this! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Dazzle!
I'm ready!
Double me! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Take this! I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Blade! Wind! Stardust! Eat dirt! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Watch this!
Far enough!
I must remember my limits.
Here I come!
I'll tear you apart!
Ready for blast!
I'm on it!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Shine!
Radiant Fang!
Force of regeneration!
I'm
just getting started! Regenerate! I really... Not my finest!
Stay away from my friend! You're mine! It's time!
Beyond! Imbue this vanquished soul with
Dragon Swarm!
I'll be
Swallow
saving
Blade!
this one.
Try harder!
Blah, blah,
Not a
blah,
chance!
magic.
You picked the wrong fight!
Turn away.
Slash! Dragon Swarm! First strike! Pierce through!
Coward heart.
Here I come! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
reflect on that
Now!
sin.
You're mine! I'm not done! Mirage!
They really made us work for that one.
Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! Ho 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 ho! Ho ho ho!
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get why you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength. Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
Whoa! Get a look at this.
Let's
See what you've got.
You're mine!
He's dead! Far enough!
I face you!
Dragon
Dragon
Lightning condemned!
I'm not done!
Thunderbolt!
It's over! Double Demon Fang!
Everlasting Sun!
Dragon Swarm! I'll throw you into Too fast!
Stand back!
Double Demon Fang! Double me! In an instant! Impact Block!
Lightning condemned!
Now!
Thunderblade! I can do it all day!
Eat dirt! Dragon Shout! Swallow Blade!
I can carve through armor! I'm ready!
Gohaline!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
There's always room for improvement.
What's this thing?
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
Ah! What are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
Blade! Dragon Swarm! You Balance Sword! That freaking does it! Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal. I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm!
Please now.
I owe you one.
Now!
I can handle.
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
Not a chance!
Pain.
Take this! Dragon Swarm! Be still! Elusive Regeneration! I'll tear you apart! Regenerate! I'll tear you apart! That's fun!
Now!
Ready and rare!
All yours, Kisara. Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Ah! Oh! It's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Let's see what you've got.
Here goes!
Dragon Swarm!
Now you see what I can do!
Swallow Blade! Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Elusive
Be still! Here I come! It's over! Stardust!
This one keeps charging us!
I'm ready!
That's what my...
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Now! Stardust! Dragon Shell! You're mine! I'm not done! This one's all resonate with you! In an instant! Impact Block! I can feel my power growing! Take this! Swallow Blade! You picked the wrong fight!
Super Swallow!
Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! Take this! Swallow Blade!
Should have messed with me!
Dragon Swarm!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it.
In here!
You're on!
In pain.
Dragon Swarm!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
You're mine! The temperature jumps you!
Hurricane! Anything in armor is welcome!
Elusive deity! Here I come!
Armor won't do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Now!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
It's on!
Shine!
Radiant Dragon Shell!
Of regeneration!
Eat dirt!
Regenerate!
Can't be
Thanks.
slow!
I'm not done! First strike!
I'm ready!
Thanks! Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
We should be able to cook here.
That's what we're going to climb?
The villagers managed it on their escape from the city. We're going in the opposite direction, but where there's a will...
There's always a way, right? And it looks like we're out of options.
Discourteous, aren't you?
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! Swallow Dance! Double Demon Head!
Eagle Assault!
It's a duel of the arts!
Take this!
Rip and tear!
Mirage! You're finished!
Resonate with the earth!
First
I'm on a roll now!
That's like you!
Shut him down!
Alright, it's showtime!
I'm ready!
Double Demon!
Hey! Blow them away! How's that?
Not
Shattering the
Acceptable.
pieces! Elusive deity! Armor won't save you! I'm ready!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
No complaints from me.
Is it just me, or does Rinwell suddenly seem much more comfortable around Dohalim than she used to?
I noticed that too. When the two of them came and found me together back on the beach, I could hardly believe my eyes.
It's not like we had a choice or anything. Law and Kisara had to hang back to convince the villagers we meant them no harm. More than that, though. There are a lot of things I've still got to come to terms with regarding Almadria. But I guess I'm through making snap judgments based on someone's origin. At least, I'm trying to be. I guess you could say it's a work in progress.
I see. You hear that, Law? Sounds like all that hard effort wasn't for nothing.
Yeah.
That's got to be reassuring to hear. Right, Dohalim?
Not being subjected to unwarranted suspicion is certainly welcome.
Yeah, that long-winded way you have of talking, though? Not so much a fan of that.
I think that's more of a personality thing than a Renin trait.
Really? In that case, I won't have to feel guilty getting annoyed by it.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Take this. Lightning thrust.
Sleep now.
Mirage! Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight! I'll carry you with a shot!
Now!
Now, look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
This should make for some good weapon crafting material. Crap. This injury hurts more than I thought. Shion, sorry, but could you... Oh. Right.
An opponent like this should be easy. No further! Run!
Dragon denied.
Scream veiled blood, rending you apart! I'm on it! Take this! Lightning Blade! Lightning Thrust! Take this! Mirage!
Sleep now.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this! Swallow blade!
Hold it now.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Raging storm.
Legion snelling to you! Yeah! And the power is
Wow! Look what I just found.
Discourteous, aren't you?
Take this!
Sleep now. Out of your dreams.
elusive deity!
You picked the wrong fight!
Eagle Ray!
Swallow Blade!
I'm on it!
Dragon Swarm!
I'll tear you apart!
Lightning Thrust!
Take this!
Take this!
In a vine! Talon Hurricane!
Now.
Hey, when did I get...
In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Swallow Blade!
The enemy is ours too.
We'll soon see about that.
Dragon Swarm!
Negative shape!
I could do without this pain.
Nothing gets by me!
It's too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Dragon Swarm!
No,
Eat this!
Can't end here!
forgive me. This is mine.
I'll tear you
Our
apart!
incantation ruined.
Hollow Dead! Come and get it! Now I'm in your groove! Come and get it! What a relief! Anything in armor is all mine!
Regeneration! Lightning Thrust!
Eat this! That's
Now I
enough!
can let loose.
Super Swallow Dead!
Is that a healing art? It is. Can't ignore your pain.
I'll tear you
I'll try to
apart!
be more careful.
Bloody Super Swallow Dead!
Now
With
it's
you!
going! In an instant! Impact Block!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Let's see what you've got.
Forget your dreams!
You picked the wrong fight!
It's almost too strong.
Split it open! Be my guest! Further! I'll pick you all off! It's over! Dragon Swarm!
Here's the win!
Negative gate! Bang blast!
Leave the enemy's arch to me!
No complaints here!
That's enough! Super Swallow Dance! That's enough!
Oh! Now I'm real mad! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Come on! Megasonic
I'll tear you
Strike!
up! Smash you!
Dragon Swarm!
Confiscated!
Negative J! Eat this!
Resonate with the
Still got that Lord Razzmatazz!
Former Lord Razzmatazz.
Details, details.
Now, Alphen!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! This one's mine!
Resonate with the
I'm ready!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
So I still had room to grow.
I'm surrounded!
They may look cute and stuff, but they're vicious!
You're finished!
Can't get out of this!
I'll finish you here and now! Glimmer Dragon!
Now!
Joelin! Hey! Blow them away! How's that?
Not a chance!
Acceptable.
I'm not done! Slash! Win! Mirage!
Deny!
Through it! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! I'm not done!
Oh! Now I'm real mad!
Dazzle Pistol! Eat dirt!
Rip and tear!
Slash!
I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Dragon
Now! Here I
Glimmer
come!
Dragon! Resonate with the earth!
Stardust!
Dragon I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! One deadly strike, just as ordered. Gone.
Here I come!
They got me flanked! Swallow down!
Dragon Swarm!
Arch Steel!
Resonate with the earth!
Flaming Thrust! Mirage!
Rending
Blow it again! This one's all mine!
Eat this! Talon Hurricane! I'm ready!
All yours, Kisara.
Resonate with
Not
the earth!
here.
I'm just
Dragon Swarm!
Blood.
Flaming Thrust!
My watch!
Stardust!
Bloody howling!
Mirage! You picked the wrong fight!
Negative gate!
Dragon!
Denied!
We'll do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Here goes!
Bloody
No further!
Eagle Assault!
Mirage! Dragon Swarm!
Shattering pieces! Attack us!
Tempest Swirl!
Bloody howling!
I'm on your mind!
Confiscate!
Dragon Shot! I'm ready! Johalim!
All yours, Kisara.
This one's all mine!
Smite with black
Through
blade!
escape! All yours, Kisara! Now! You're mine! I'll face you! I'll grind you into dust! Swallow blade! You picked the wrong fight!
Do it! Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
With this, I can become even stronger.
I've never stood so close to a waterfall like this before.
I bet it'd feel real refreshing.
Little help!
You're mine!
I'll face you! Far enough!
Swallow blade! Dragon Form! Double Demon Fang!
No armor! I'm ready!
Don't leave! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
I can carve through armor! Seismic Swallow blade! Now I'm real mad!
Here!
Dragon Form!
Seismic
Super Swallow Blade! Demon Fang!
You take this!
Super Swallow Dance!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Now!
Alphen! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade! Nice one, Alphen.
Yeah, there's more where that came from. Gotta break through! You're mine! I'm not... This one's all mine!
I'll face you.
Swallow Dance! Slash! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Form!
All finished right now! Armor won't save you!
Slash!
I'll bash in their defense!
Glad you have your uses.
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Slash! Dragon Form!
Eagle assault! Now we're fighting!
You patient!
I'm ready!
In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a
Take
finely
that!
timed waltz.
Swallow Blade!
Wow.
Begin! Time to let it rip!
What in the world? Don't worry. I'm all right. I'm still standing.
Slash! Dragon Swarm! Resuscitate! Wind! Stunner! It's on! Stunner! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Dance in the
My
wind!
turn!
Dragon shout!
You're
Wow.
on! Wind!
Let's get you off
You
of
picked the
way.
wrong fight!
Eat this! That frickin' does it!
Dragon Swarm! Dazzle!
Dance in the wind!
Stunner!
I'm ready!
In an instant! Impact Block! We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
Ow! Leave the charge, my man! Denied!
Swallow Blade!
I'm on it!
Double Demon Fang! Wind!
In a bind?
Take this!
More for the
You're
top!
on! No escape!
Here!
Now you see what I can do!
Dragon
I'll
Form!
face you! All finished
Covering wind!
Kisara, frozen!
Hammer!
My turn!
Elusive deities! Getting
You're
down!
on! No escape!
Elusive
Dragon
deities!
Form!
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
I'll tear you apart! Not tomorrow!
Dance! Rising Light!
Death Blossom!
Void Blast!
Elusive deities! Swallow dance!
Take this!
More where that came from!
Yes, I'm getting stronger!
Care to put that claim to the test?
I'd love to, but I got this thing.
Come and face me!
Ready.
Strike!
Now your dreams!
Dragon form!
Far enough!
Enough!
Close one!
Bloody
Here goes!
You picked the wrong fight!
In a bind?
Now I'm in trouble! This'll come in handy!
Take this!
Now you see what I can do!
Seismic
Now I'm real mad!
Dragon
When it's
form!
time!
Forma blade! Dazzle!
Glimmer Dragon!
You're on!
Bloody Now I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
You're mine!
Begin!
Forma blade! Dragon form! Be still!
They might not tear you apart! Swallow
You're
dare!
mine!
Execution! Swallow assault!
It's time!
I'm ready!
In an instant!
Impact block!
We work well together.
Like a
You're
finely
mine!
timed walk.
Swallow dare!
Eat dirt!
Glimmer Dragon! I'll finish you here! Do it! Eagle! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Step back! This one's all law! We got some good equipment!
I can't say its appearance is... to my tastes, personally.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
How much farther?
I don't think we're even halfway there yet. Hang in there.
Not even halfway? Are you serious?
An opponent like this should be easy.
Now you see what I can do! Denied!
You're
Natural
finished!
energy!
Dragon form!
Now I'm in the
Take this!
storm! Glimmer, do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Felt fine not too long ago.
Dragon
I'll
form!
finish you here and now!
Double demon fang!
Hurricane! Can't get out of this!
Eagle Fly! Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Shine! I'm on radiant light!
This one's all mine!
Regenerate! I'll tear you apart!
Maybe she'll just start a little kindness, huh?
That's not to give me any idea.
Reflect on light!
Demon fang! This one's mine!
I'm ready! Alphen! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Guess we don't know our own strength.
You could say that again!
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
What is this place?
Careful. We've got company.
Doesn't look like we're getting past without a fight.
Watch your feet. Fall from here and it's curtains.
We're just trying to get past. Get out of our way!
Save your breath! All that thing sees the talking meal!
Then let's show it how wrong it is! Is it trying to stop us?
Blah, 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 magic! Crossblade!
Head for the weak point!
You're mine!
Here goes! One more! Dance in the wind!
Negative gate!
Let's get you all tucked away!
Demon Play!
We natural energy where that came from!
Demon Play!
Dance in the wind!
Shine!
Sleep now!
Force of regeneration!
Magic
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well,
You
I'm
get
here to
this.
stop.
In your death,
Sleep now!
Then tonight's meal is on you.
I'll be
You got
saving this one!
what to make.
Air thrust! I can do this all day!
Benediction light.
Shield! Lightning condemned!
On guard!
Sleep now!
Look sharp!
In
Demon
here!
Eagle Ray!
Sleep now!
Not today!
Get on in there with the others!
Sword Rain
Air
Alpha!
thrust!
I'll smash you! Eagle
One
Ray!
more time!
Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Soaring blast!
Double Demon Fang!
Take this!
Demon
Lightning
Fang!
condemned!
Resonate with the
Sealed.
earth! Stalagmite!
You get the gist. Seal! Its wings are lighting up!
It's getting ready to attack!
You get the gist.
Shot!
In
Such
here!
tremendous power.
Don't face it head on.
Don't suffer in silence!
Blah, 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 magic!
Double Demon Fang!
Negative gate!
Blah,
Resonate
blah,
with the
blah,
earth!
magic! Holy
Stalagmite!
land!
Rending you apart! Anything in armor is all mine! Bloody
In
howler!
here!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Magic is there! Holy land!
Demon Fang!
Lightning condemned! Sealed!
This one's mine!
You get the gist. Sleep now.
Thrilling performance!
Demon Fang!
Resonate with the
Blah,
earth!
blah, blah.
Stalagmite.
Thunder blaze! Too much to handle?
Rending you a bloody
Lightning condemned! Sleep now.
Stalagmite!
Double Demon Fang!
Sealed!
I can carve through! Knock it into next week!
Dance in the wind! Air!
Everlasting
One more time!
Negative gate! They smite
Sealed!
This one.
Sleep now. Not in your dreams!
Execution!
Divine Savior!
Severing Wing!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
You're mine!
I'll take you! Everlasting
This one's mine!
Raging
Use its weak
cascade!
point to take it down.
All together, everyone.
Sleep now. Thunder blaze! Too much to handle?
I'm ready!
In an instant! Impact Block!
Lightning condemned!
Dragon Form!
In here! Getting
No
stronger!
feather!
Let me help.
It's switching up its... Watch out!
Copy that.
Such unadulterated fury.
Blah, 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 magic! Sleep now. Sealed! Air thrust! I can do this all day!
Not today!
Shine!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Lightning condemn! In here! Magic Kazam! Seal! Divine Savior!
Double Demon Fang! Eagle Ray!
Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Hold on to your arc! Here I come! Close one! Lightning condemn! In here!
Demon Fang!
Sleep now!
Demon Fang!
Denied!
Demon Fang!
Magic Kazam!
I'll smash you! Demon Fang!
Divine Savior!
You'll pay for that!
I healed myself.
Dance in the wind!
Benedict.
In here!
Demon Fang! Heal!
Sleep now!
Demon Fang!
Blah blah blah!
Reflect on that.
Sleep now!
Double Demon Fang!
Black and flame.
Spread!
Demon Fang!
One more time! This one's mine!
Resonate with the earth. I'm right behind you.
Stalagmite!
Double Demon Fang!
You get the gist! Sleep now!
Shine.
You get the
Radiant
gist!
light.
Seal!
Force of regeneration. Regenerate.
Air thrust! Now for something
Anything in armor is all mine. Armor won't save you.
This one's mine!
Demon light.
sealed!
Nice! We've almost got this.
Sleep now!
Almost isn't quite there yet.
I like your attitude. I'm right
Not
with you,
today.
Captain.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
I'll face it.
Raging cascade! Spread!
Changing strategy?
You get the gist! In here! Magic Kazam! Sealed! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! Too much to handle?
Ready and raring.
Raging cascades! Spread! Raging cascades! Sealed!
Okay, taking spread.
In here!
Now I can let loose.
Air thrust!
In a bind.
Now for something special!
Demon light.
Raging cascades! Spread!
Imbue this vanquished soul with life. Now you see what I can do.
In here! Oh, Magic Kazam! Sealed!
Benediction light.
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! I can do this all day! Lightning condemned! Sleep now!
This one's mine!
How about this? Sealed! In here!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Raging cascade!
Demon Fang!
One more time!
Regenerate.
Air thrust! You get the
Allow me
gist!
to help you.
Shattering of
I'm ready.
Dohaline!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
With fauna like that, I'm impressed so many people from Thistle made it through here alive.
Who's to say there weren't a whole lot more of them who didn't?
Well, at any rate, it should be a safer climb now that we've cleared the way a bit, right?
No. So long as people feel the need to face terrain this perilous, I'd say true safety's some way off.
You mean defeating Volron and putting an end to the crown contest, right? I guess that would be the best solution here, huh?
We've wasted enough time here already. Let's get going. Xion needs us.
How are we still not there yet? It feels like we've been climbing this mountain forever.
It helps if you try not to look up or down. All you need is silent determination. Talking too much will only waste energy and burn you out.
I'm too tired to look up or down, even if I wanted to.
Take care you don't fall, at least. Unless you want to make a Zoogel's day, that is.
Zoogles? Why would they care if I fell or not?
How would you feel if a 3-course meal fell right out of the sky at your feet?
Zoogle Chow.
Law? Best not to listen to him if you can help it. You'll only be encouraging him if you do.
Tell me that before I listen next time.
Still, Dohalim has a point. One wrong step and it's curtains.
Wouldn't it be great if we could all fly like Hootle? I bet even the refugees who didn't make it would have made it to Thistleum that way.
Until we magically sprout wings, let's just watch where we're stepping instead, okay? Come on. Shion's waiting for us.
No backing down!
You're mine! Swallow blade! Begin! Take this! Double demon fang!
Confiscated!
Elusive key! Hitting pile driver! Be still!
I'll smash you! I'll finish you here and now!
Dragon form! First strike! Double demon fang!
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
The enemy reveals ours
You
too.
picked the wrong fight!
See about that!
Sonic thrust!
Now!
Demons descend! Flashing fang!
No further!
Talon hurricane!
Sonic light spear!
Ice Prison!
Seismic rupture!
Hard Steel!
Elusive deity! Sword ring overlay!
This world!
Raining slash! Seismic rupture! I'll grind you into dust!
So I still had room to grow.
Hey! Are you insane? What the hell were you thinking? I thought we were gonna die!
One simply needs to be bold and act with conviction in times such as these.
Did you know it was gonna be safe before you jumped? Because I sure didn't.
More or less. I figured there would likely be a basin here akin to most such waterfalls.
Don't just make people jump off cliffs on a hunch!
Are we ever gonna finish climbing this ladder?
We're climbing a considerable height. It's only natural that it will take some time.
That's not the problem here!
We are getting closer to the top, aren't we?
You've just got to keep your spirits up, Brynja. Positive thinking is everything.
We finally reached the top.
My limbs feel like they're about to fall off.
Already? You kids need to train more.
She's right.
Hi, Hootle!
Here I come! Double demon fang! Sonic thrust!
Confiscated!
No escape! Swallow blade! Dragon form! It's on! You picked the wrong fight!
When did I get so popular?
Dazzle!
Armor won't save you!
Now!
Here I come! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Now! Here I come!
Certainly not. Astral art?
That's my cue.
Negative. Shut him down! Dazzle! Stunner! Dragon down!
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that.
This is even wider!
Hit! Here's a dance
I'm
to
on
the
it!
wind! Calabeel!
You're mine! Dragon form!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
Dragon
Shout!
Swallow blade! Be still!
Take this!
Show me! In an instant! Impact block!
My concentration is dwindling. Perhaps I'm tired.
Dim!
They got me flanked!
I'm ready! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! It's almost too strong!
I can split it open!
Be my guest!
In a bind? Why thank you, your lordship.
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey, let's not behave.
In an instant! Impact Claw! My turn! Stardust!
Shine! Radiant light! Full regeneration! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Watch this!
You attack without mercy,
Because I can't afford to hesitate.
not against a worthy opponent.
Now!
In an instant! Impact Claw!
I think I'm getting stronger.
You've collected an awful lot of those objects. You sure it's not just
Hush. Be quiet for a moment. The pieces speak to me.
What?
These relics that have scattered about. I can hear them whispering, longing to reunite with their lost friends and become one again.
Really? Do you hear any voices coming from them, Rinwell?
What? No! Don't get me wrong. I'm really interested in these things too, but I'm not crazy.
But don't you sometimes mutter stuff like, "Come to me, astral energy," when you cast your arts?
You're right. Oh my gosh. Are Dohalim and I actually alike?
Its charm really shines through now that it's been reassembled. Its streamlined shape, its geometric patterns. This is no mere amateur's work.
He's in his own little world at this point.
You get just like him when it comes to weapons, you know.
You're right. Oh my gosh. Am I just like Dohalim?
Huh? Why are you guys so quiet all of a sudden?
I sense a strange power from this. Guess I misread the landing.
We did it. We've reached the top of the mountain.
About damn time. My knees are singing symphonies over here.
Look, there it is.
That's it. That's Pelegion, the seat of Volron's power.
So that's where Shion's being held?
Most likely.
Most likely.
That is what I said, yes.
Pelagian's still our best lead. So that's where we go, right?
Any advice before we head in there?
No.
No?
In the ancient tongue, Ganeth Heros means Fortress of Naught, though I fail to see what insight that nugget of trivia holds.
I guess I just thought you might have something we could use.
Since Volron became Lord, the only thing this realm has been known for is its shroud of secrecy. It is Volron's stronghold. All else is incidental. Just keep in mind that you can't be too careful inside.
Speaking of which, just how are all of us planning to get inside exactly?
It's not like there are any secret passages.
We've come this far. If there's no other way in, I guess we'll just have to use the front gate. Volron told us to come find him, which means he's expecting us. Let's do this the old-fashioned way.
Land of water or no, this place has a most curious atmosphere.
I'd be taking a dip in it if the circumstances were better.
Sorry, but we have to push through for now. Shion is waiting.
Yeah, I hear ya. A soak can wait.
I sure hope nothing bad's happened to Shion.
Keep those thoughts to yourself, Rinwell. Everyone's anxious enough as it is.
Sorry. It's just... I can't seem to stop thinking about it. What do you think it is that Bolron wanted with her anyway?
Going by what he said back on Almadria's ship, it would appear his primary target is Alphen. Though, it's likely he hasn't forgotten the blow he sustained at Shion's hand either. That might even be what ignited his interest.
Yeah, did you see the way he reacted? It was like he was enjoying every moment. Even his pain at Shion's thorns. Oh, that guy's just creepy.
Let's just hope he's keeping his perverted tendencies in check.
What? Law? Don't say things like that.
It's not like we weren't all thinking it.
That's still no reason to...
All right, you two. Now that's enough already. Alphen shouldn't have to grit his teeth while he listens to you.
Oh.
Sorry.
Well, off we go.
Ow! Here I come! Slide! I'm on! Come and get! This one's all mine! Everlasting shot! You're
Is
mine!
it high?
Dragon
Just back
form!
it out again!
Double demon fang!
Dance on the wind!
Be still!
Back in their defenses!
Glad you have your
You're
uses.
on! Eat dirt!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Front!
I can carve through walls!
Dragon swarm!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Leave the enemy's arms to me.
Milk and place here! In a bind!
Dragon swarm!
Eagle dive!
I'm ready!
Kisara, frozen.
Hammer!
Not a chance!
Ready to go! Swallow dance! Far enough!
Dragon swarm!
Ready.
Roll!
Snap!
Dragon swarm!
This wall.
I'm ready!
Gohalim.
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis.
Onward and upward. Gotta break through! Take this! Now, Swallow Blade! Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm! You
These
picked the
ones
wrong
can run
fight!
rings around us.
Armor won't save you!
No dawn shall break Dragon Swarm!
Dragon Shell.
Double Demon
Dance in
Fang!
the wind.
Slide!
Now.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Resonate with the earth! Still
You're
alive!
mine! You're mine!
All stick you here and now!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Talon Hurricane! Glimmer Dragon!
Take this! Swallow Blade!
Swallow Dance!
Seismic
Do it!
Great! Right, here goes! Take this!
Demon Now!
Don't mind if I do.
Eagle Assault!
Dragon Swarm!
Bet that gel's hiding something tasty!
Banana, let's go.
Slide!
Thunderblade.
for no
That's
armor.
my cue.
Stop me! Shut him down. Eat dirt. I'll tear you apart. Super swallow blade. Anything in armor is all mine. I'm ready. Totally. In an instant. Impact block. We work well together.
Like a finely timed rocket.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this! Talon hurricane! Dragon swarm! Glimmer dragon! Swallow blade! Dazzle!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! Not a chance! Take this! You freaking does it! You're mine! I'm on it! Luna Rondo! Soaring lightning! White your lordship?
And will you lay down your life for your lord?
Well, I mean, hey.
I'm ready! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
There's always room for improvement.
No further!
Swallow blade! First strike! This one's all mine! Dragon Dragon Swarm!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! I'll smash you! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Dazzle! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Swarm! You're on!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! Blow them away! How's that? My turn!
Acceptable.
I'm not done! Dragon Swarm! I'll grind you into dust! Double Demon Fang! Deity!
Raging storm! Up and at 'em!
Resonate with the earth!
I'm freaking...
Swallow Blade! Talon Hurricane! Bloody hell! Take this! No further!
Gale Force!
Swallow Blade! Dragon ready! Talon Hurricane!
Wow! Look what I just found.
Backing down! Swallow Blade!
I shall ensure you survive this.
Leave the charges to me!
Take this!
If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Attack time! It's on! Dragon Swarm!
Up and at 'em, let's go!
I'll stop its target!
Thanks, Kisara!
You're on! Strike! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! I'm ready! Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed
Now I'm
waltz.
real mad.
You're mine! Slash! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang!
Now!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Purge Malevolence!
Not a chance!
Arcade Blade!
I'm on it! Water Blade!
Here.
You're done!
This'll come in handy!
Deity! I'll tear you apart! Soaring blast! Super Sword! Don't leave! Hey! Blow them away!
You can use martial arts too?
Am I overstepping my bounds?
Dawn! You're mine! First Swallow Blade! Dragon Swarm!
Don't mind if I do!
First strike! Double Demon Fang!
Up and at 'em, let's go!
It's on! Resonate with the earth! You picked the wrong fight!
It's almost too strong. It'll split it open!
Be my guest!
Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off!
Now you see what I can do! Bloody hell!
You're mine!
Resonate with the earth! Get it!
Double demon fang!
Do it! Spitwell!
Frozen?
Hammer! Step back! This one's all law! No backing down! In a bind?
Swallow blade! Dragon swarm! Double demon fang! Be still!
Here comes!
They
Super
might
cool!
all
Not
get
in your
blade.
dreams!
Here I come! Silent wing! It's on! You escape! Milan! Eat dirt!
I'm ready! Go lead! Blow them away! How's that?
Acceptable.
Milan! Take this!
Slut! Armor won't save you! Slut!
Dragon swarm! Lightning thrust!
Eat this! Demons descend! Flashing fang!
That's what I like to hear. No choice.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Deny!
Swallow blade!
Reflect on that. They
Dragon swarm!
take this.
Dragon swarm!
No further.
Super swallow dead!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that?
That training's paying off! Swallow blade!
Now I'll take it
Eat dirt!
Dance on the wind!
Dragon swarm! Sonic
Dare
thrust!
you approach the heart!
Dragon swarm!
Bloody howl! Anything in
Swallow
order
blade!
is all mine!
Dragon swarm! Swallow blade!
Now,
Talon Heart!
Dragon swarm!
I can carve through armor!
We're clean at house.
Let me take a rest!
well, someone's feeling lively.
Dragon swarm!
Nothing gets by me!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Citizen! You don't mess around.
Not a chance!
Blow away!
Certainly not. Could have been worse.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
What's this thing?
You guys want to rest here?
gosh. The castle's even larger once you get close.
Good night, everyone. All right, guys. Ready to go?
We're almost there, guys. Don't let your guard down.
I'm excited just thinking about us barging through the front gate.
Halt! Are you Alphen and his companions?
Why would you think that?
You are the only one scheduled to arrive, and there are no unscheduled arrivals in Ganeth Haros. So I'll ask again, are you Alphen and his companions?
We are.
Then pass. Lord Volron is expecting you at Castle Delpharis.
Well, suppose it's rather nice of them to roll out the red carpet for us.
So we're supposed to meet him in there? What do we do now?
Let's see how things look around the city first. Then we'll make our way to the castle.
Not a slave in sight. Where is everyone? There aren't even any soldiers.
Something feels off. I don't like it.
Like the fact that the enemy could ambush us at any moment? Yeah, not crazy about that either.
No, not that. Something else.
That must be Volron's castle up ahead. I suppose we just walk right up to it then?
That's what the guard from before said. Now, if we only knew where they were keeping Shion, we could try to...
That's it! That weird feeling. It's not just that the city is empty. It feels like no one lives here at all.
Now that you mention it, it does feel strangely... artificial. Think maybe it's a district just for the Renans alone?
With all this open space, seems unlikely.
Huh?
Hey! You guys! What's going on? What was that about? They were Danins, right?
That wasn't normal. Wait, you don't think it could have been the fruit of Helgen, do you?
No, they seem too docile. What about astral energy? Could you sense any coming from them?
No, and I'm pretty sure I could tell if it was. If not that, though, then what?
Speaking of which, it didn't look like there was anyone guarding them either.
They were headed for the castle. have a bad feeling about those boats.
I get what you mean. It didn't feel like those folks are just commuting work.
The waterway they're floating on appears to lead to Del Farra's castle. If we follow it, we may learn more about what's taking place here.
Man, this place gives me the creeps.
La, your legs are shaking.
What? So, any ideas what the deal was with that boatload of weirdos?
Your guess is as good as mine. They looked like Danan's slaves, but beyond that...
This city is grander and more beautiful than any other we've been to, yet...
I know what you mean. From the architecture right down to the people, something feels off somehow.
I've long maintained one can glean a lot about a ruler from their city. Considering how unsettling this place is, I'd say I wasn't far off the mark. Despite its surface layer of majesty, walking around inside, it feels more like a hollowed-out ruin.
I say we follow after that boat. If we're lucky, it might be in the mood to give us some answers. I've seen ghost towns that were more alive than this city. Where the hell did all the Danans and Renans go? Shion. There's nobody here either. Looks like the only building up ahead is the castle, but...
No good. It's a dead end.
I don't relish our chances climbing. Or breaking through, for that matter.
And yet this seems to be the only way inside. Take a look around. There must be a switch or something to...
What? What is it this time?
Look! Over there!
Alphen!
Astral energy? That means...
Snap out of it! Can't you see what's happening? You're being deceived! Please stop! You'll die!
Damn it!
Bull Run is killing you! You need to run! Please, get off the boat!
What just happened?
We're being summoned.
Summoned? By that murdering monster?
It's all a demonstration designed to provoke. To prove to us, no, to Alphen, just what he's capable of.
Kidnapping Shion. Killing all those people. If it's just me he's after, then why hurt them?
Why do all this just to get at me? You hear me, Volrun? Answer me!
Alphen, this is not your fault. Don't give this to him.
I know. And I won't. My hands are stained with blood. But even so, if we're going to stop that bastard, then I need to keep going. Let's move.
Damn it.
How awful. All of those people in the boats. Do you think they had any idea what was going to happen to them?
They did a damn good job of concealing it if they did. You ask me, the only thing on their mind was following orders.
And I bet I can guess who from. Volron.
The only thing they knew was mindless oppression right to the very end. What kind of purpose is that? Living only to die at your master's whim?
Being a slave means having your whole life stolen from you. In the worst cases, quite literally. That bastard will get what's coming to him. I'll see to it he does.
Is this what I think it is? Those people, they were all...
He's sick. Sick and deranged.
Remember this well. This is the true face of who we're up against.
Still, if it's not fruits of Helgen he's using, then how do you think Volron goes about controlling all of them?
They didn't look like they'd been threatened, but they didn't look like they understood anything either.
It could be something else, like a potion perhaps. But frankly, I doubt it.
But that would mean they're following Volron out of choice? But why?
Nothing bolsters a despot's authority more than loyalty. Loyalty is advantageous for any ruler. For Volron, it means acolytes willing to give their lives for him. As for whether they did it willingly or not, I'd say they're merely puppets dancing to their master's tune.
But to the point where they'd give up their own life force? Is that even possible?
You just saw it for yourself. And think back to when I was your lord. If I'd asked you to sacrifice yourself for some cause, would you have?
Dohalim.
My apologies. My words got away from me again.
No, you're absolutely right. The only difference being that you never demanded such a thing. You wouldn't.
All lords are masters in the art of manipulating their subjects' hearts. Whether they use fear, torture, or various other methods, the outcome is the same.
Fear.
No wonder there's no remaining signs of a resistance force in this place. Xion!
Wait! Something's not right.
Everyone. They're gone. And I'm all alone. It's dark. Please help me.
Xion,
It's so dark. Everyone.
we came to save you. It's okay now.
I'm all alone. It's dark. Please help me. No.
Xion?
Lies.
Swords! This situation just got tricky.
There is immense dark astral energy here, far too potent to be the work of a single individual. It's possible Volron's manipulating her, but we cannot tell from this far away. We'll need to be much closer.
Only to do that, first we need to get rid of the sword. So we fight fire with fire! Unless you have a better idea.
Dragon form! Elusive deity!
I'm all alone.
Xion!
I can't die. But I also can't live.
Xion! Xion! We're coming for you! Won't let you down this time. Ah! This pain I feel. It's nothing compared to what you're going through. I won't let you go again. I can take whatever you give me. So please, open your eyes. Xion! Not a chance. Rending you apart. Dragon form! Now! Here I come!
Feel!
Quick escape! Swallow blade!
Purge malevolent! Arcane waterfall!
Pierce through!
Sleep now.
I'm not done!
Saving this
Dragon fist! Dragon form!
astral
Not a
energy!
chance!
More with that
Crush!
hand,
Swallow blade! Double demon fang! Not a chance! Double demon fang! No escape! Sonic thrust! Pierce through! Hurricane thrust!
Bathed in
Not a chance!
rending you apart.
Hurricane thrust!
Bloody howling.
In here!
Mirage!
I'll be saving this one.
The thorns just keep growing back. If this keeps up, then...
Please wake up, Xion! Come back to us! I'm alone. Alone? I'm completely alone.
You're wrong.
Alphen!
She thinks we left her all alone. She can't see us or hear us. All of this. It's because I pulled away from you. Because I couldn't hold on to you. Xion. But you're not alone anymore. Law's here. And Rinwell too. Kisara. And Dohaling. And so am I. Believe me when I say, you are not alone. So please, don't give up on us. We will bear your thorns together. I swear it.
times do I have to tell you? Not to be so careless.
There is no more time for us to rest.
Let us finish this. I entrust this blade to you once more.
Let's go! Volrun is waiting.
Hey, Alphen?
What is it?
While I was away, what did you do?
I missed you.
Alphen. But after what happened because of me,
I got a glimpse of the real you. It was worth it. You could say the pain is some kind of reward.
some reward. You sure all that hurt hasn't done something to your head, too?
Hey now.
Is it just me, or are they...
It's been a while. They're just happy to see each other.
I know. I mean, it's fine.
We all express ourselves in different ways. Leave them be.
They should get a room.
Shion.
Thanks. I'll be okay. Let's go. We have to take Volrun out.
Right.
Those things that came out of Shion are her thorns, right? She said they're made of dark astral energy.
She did. But those thorns are no astral art, and she cannot control them. Such immense astral energy, too. Just what are her thorns, really, I wonder? I suppose she might have an answer, but isn't yet ready to talk.
Shion.
So, the Sovereign, the Renis Alma, the fate of Lenegis 300 years ago? Yes. That is a lot to take in, isn't it? I never realized the weight of the burden you were carrying.
I could say the same.
The person you kept mistaking me for. It was Naori, wasn't it? So, what do you think? Could I be her descendant?
It seems likely. You two do look very similar.
Kidnapping Shion, mistreating slaves, and who knows what other terrible deeds. Seriously? These so-called lords just think they can do whatever they like.
I am deeply ashamed to be one of their kind.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean you, Dohalim.
Do you think Volrun could have been behind what just happened with Shion's thorns?
I'm not sure. If it was bait he needed, kidnapping her should have sufficed. Perhaps he had some other purpose in mind.
Her thorns aside, as a hostage, surely it would have made more sense to keep her close at hand. So why did he leave her unguarded?
If getting rid of Alphen was Volrun's only priority, then he could have ambushed us directly. It's not as if he lacked the power. He chose not to, which means he's toying with us, prolonging Alphen's suffering as much as he can.
But why? What does Volrun specifically have against Alphen? Is it because he's leading the Danon rebellion?
Possibly. But try to see it from Volrun's perspective. He'd do anything to win the crown contest, correct? Knowing that the true sovereign already exists somewhere is bound to ruffle his feathers. Have your paths crossed before, Alphen?
Only when I've been with you guys.
In the end, we just find more mysteries.
What isn't a mystery is how badly we're gonna beat this creep up once we find him.
What a simple and straightforward person you are, Law.
Way to give us a heart attack. I wasn't sure how that was gonna pan out for a while there.
I'm just glad everyone's safe. Really glad.
What about you, Shion? How are you feeling? He didn't do anything to you, did he?
The last thing I remember is being back on the ship. Back then. Seeing Alphen's pain return to him the moment he touched me. It brought me back to my childhood. The fear in people's eyes whenever they were around me. And the next thing I knew, darkness was welling up inside me. It was smothering me. I couldn't see anything anymore. I was all alone.
Shion.
You're okay now. You're safe, Shion. We're here with you. You're not alone any longer.
Thank you.